Live from Michigan Avenue, this is Good Day Chicago.
Good Tuesday morning and welcome to Good Day Chicago. I'm Brian Jackson. Here's a look at some of the stories we're following this morning. Airstrikes continue in the Middle East as the U.S. military updates the number of Americans killed. A Chicago woman charged with killing her boyfriend will look to get her case tossed out later today. Taking a live look outside, we have another day in the 40s. Had a lot of sunshine yesterday. We're checking in with Caitlin Cody. Enjoyed the sunshine out there. Got a little bit of a walk out there. What's on tap for this Tuesday?
Oh, well, we got the clouds back. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, Brian, because this morning we definitely have overcast skies in Chicago. We have some light precipitation to talk about, too. So behind me, you can see the radar loop indicating where we have that light rain coming down. Let's stop it, pause it, and take a closer look at where the rain is falling. So Oak Lawn, you have some light showers over Midway as well, all the way up to Wheaton. You have some light rain. As we round the lake, let's talk about Northwest Indiana, because I see a touch of pink. It's not out of the question that we have some slick spots on the road, and you can see in northern Porter County, north of Valpo, talking about Portage, stretching east to Westville, you might see a little bit of that slick road condition to deal with early today. Looking to the northwest, we do have that potential for some scattered light rain coming down in portions of northern DeKalb County, southern McHenry, northern Kane County. We'll time out this rain, and I'll show you those temperatures ahead. Brian.
Well, today, Congress will get an update from the Trump administration on the strikes in Iran. The U.S. military says 6 Americans have been killed. Ted Linder has the latest on the ongoing tensions in the Middle East.
Israeli forces launching new strikes early Tuesday on Hezbollah command centers and weapons storage units in Lebanon. The blasts rocking Beirut come after similar strikes from Monday. Israel's been responding to a recent retaliatory attack from Hezbollah militants over the death of Iran's supreme leader.
Air Force fighter jets have been flying over Lebanese skies and powerfully attacking dozens of Hezbollah terrorist organization targets.
Israeli warplanes hit targets in southern Beirut Monday. A targeted attack was also carried out on senior Hezbollah members.
Dozens of Air Force fighter jets guided by intelligence dropped more than 250 munitions on targets of the Iranian terror regime in the heart of Tehran.
It comes as U.S. and Israeli forces also continue striking targets across Iran, with Iranian forces responding.
The tyrants of Tehran target civilians. We target the tyrants of Tehran to protect civilians.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday visited a site outside of Jerusalem that was previously hit by an Iranian missile, killing at least 9. Loved ones grieving their losses buried 3 young siblings killed in that attack. With no clear end to the ongoing conflict in sight, many Israelis continue gathering in bomb shelters. Those inside are trying to stay positive under the circumstances.
Biblical in proportions, what's happening right now, and doing the little bit that we can, just staying calm, staying joyful.
Ted Linder.
Protests over the strikes in Iran continue here in Chicago. About 100 anti-war protesters gathered on Monday at Michigan Avenue in Ida B. Wells. They call the president's order reckless and say that they are the voices of the majority of Americans who oppose the war, as well as the U.S. involvement in the Middle East.
To use our collective power and break the cycle of forever wars that have already claimed over 500 lives in Iran, including over 80 school children.
We are here today because we oppose the illegitimate war on Iran. And we represent the majority of this country who do.
Today, we must say enough is enough, and we must condemn every single member of Congress and the Senate that is silent and therefore complicit with this illegal and illegitimate war.
The group threatened to shut down Chicago streets, but the protests remained peaceful. Dozens of Chicago police were there on bikes to keep the public safe. The group says that they will mobilize again this Friday. The search for a man who was last seen at O'Hare Airport continues this morning, and now we're hearing from his family. 23-year-old Elijah Joseph Horde was last seen at O'Hare on Friday. His family says that he was visiting in Chicago and heading back home to France, but never checked his bag or boarded his flight. He went through security and was waiting at his departure gate. Video shows him leaving Terminal 5 and heading towards another terminal. Elijah's family says that he suffers from schizophrenia and cannot be without his medication.
If he doesn't take his medication, I fear that he might get too low in terms of like his mood, and that might be a scary place for him to be, especially being alone and not necessarily knowing anyone in Chicago to contact when that occurs. So that's my only concern, is like I really hope his mind is right and he's not just completely losing it.
If you have any information on where Elijah could be, please call police. Attorneys for a Chicago woman who is accused of killing her boyfriend will look to have her case dropped. Keisha Golden will be back in court today. Back in 2022, Golden, who was pregnant at the time, stabbed her boyfriend, Calvin Sidney, during an argument that turned violent. He died from his injuries. Her lawyers say that she acted in self-defense. The man accused of murdering a pregnant woman in Downers Grove will be in court today for his arraignment. Nidis Ravukis is accused of stabbing 30-year-old Eliza Morales and then setting her on fire. She was 5 months pregnant. This all stemmed from a sale on Facebook Marketplace. He faces first-degree murder charges, among other felonies. Well, South Carolina is honoring the late civil rights activist Reverend Jesse Jackson, who was born and raised in the state. His casket arrived by horse-drawn carriage to the State House yesterday. Jackson will lie in the state in the rotunda as the public gathers to pay some of their final respects. A memorial tribute happened at the Brooklyn Baptist Church earlier in the day.
What the governor has done in granting this honor has not only added greater solemnity to the memory of Reverend Jesse Jackson, but it has also reinvigorated the hope that maybe, just maybe, integrity is not dead in the United States of America.
Reverend Jackson will be returned to Chicago for services on both Friday and Saturday. But Chicago is the front runner to host the 2028 Democratic National Convention. The Democratic National Committee says that Atlanta, Boston, Denver, and Philadelphia are also under consideration. Chicago hosted the last convention back in 2024. It was the first time that the DNC was held here since 1996. In DuPage County, officials are working to debunk fears that ICE could interfere with this election. The county clerk says any interference by ICE or any federal agents will not be tolerated. She says any interference is punishable by up to 5 years in prison.
They have concerns that there's an ICE presence. I was told that it never really left from the fall, and it's going to be ramping up again this month. We want to warn ICE to stay away, and they just really have no chance of success here, so just stay away.
The clerk's office is also launching a dedicated hotline for any residents to report any ICE presence at polling places. A groundbreaking will be held today for the new Chicago Fire Stadium. The $750 million stadium is privately funded. It will be located on the site known as the 78. The goal is to have the new stadium open by 2028. Time now 4:38, checking back in with Caitlin as they're breaking ground for the new stadium. What is it going to look like outside? Are they going to get rained on, Caitlin?
Well, we got a little bit of rain this morning, but I do expect by the middle of the day, most of that rain is going to be south of us. But it is going to be a mostly cloudy day, unfortunately. So yesterday it was beautiful. Temperatures were in the low 40s. Today we're back to the 40s, but we do have the clouds in place. Behind me, you can see on radar where we have that touch of pink. I do want to point out because temperatures are hovering around freezing, if not just below for some of us. So in northern Porter County, watch out for some slick roads. As we round the lake, you can see light showers near Gary, stretching just south of downtown through Cook County, DuPage, northern Kane County. This is going to be just the light precipitation. But the temperatures, as mentioned, we are in the 30s. Some of us are well above freezing. You can see even at O'Hare, it's 36 degrees. And at Midway, 37 in Joliet, 33 in Chicago Heights. Here's your day planner. Temperatures right around 35 degrees by 8 a.m. By 11, 38 degrees. High temperatures just like yesterday, low 40s expected. Moving on into your Wednesday, 45 with the the chance for showers, and then the potential for rain continues actually Thursday and Friday too, but the temperatures will be ramping up. So 46 degrees expected on your Thursday. Temperatures back to the 60s as we head into the weekend, but we are holding on to that chance for rain still. Now for today, again this morning, watch out for the light precipitation and be aware that we do have temperatures hovering at or below freezing in a few spots, so take it slow. And other than that, it is going to be a cloudy day with temperatures near normal. Brian.
We're now hearing testimony from the Clintons after they faced questions related to the investigations into Jeffrey Epstein.
Message.
Now on Good Day Chicago, airstrikes in the Middle East enter day number 4. Iran struck the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia's capital, causing some minor damage. Americans have been urged to avoid the compound. President Trump now says that this campaign could last more than a month. The U.S. military confirms 6 service members have died. State media in Iran says the death toll is nearly 800 amid U.S. and Israeli strikes. Attorneys for Keisha Golden look to have her case dropped. Back in 2022, Golden, who was pregnant at the time, stabbed her boyfriend Calvin Sidney during an argument that turned violent. Her lawyers say that she acted in self-defense. And a groundbreaking will be held today for the new Chicago Fire Stadium. The $750 million stadium is privately funded. It will be located on a site now known as the 78. The goal is for the stadium to open in 2028. Newly released videos show former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton answering questions about convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. They both distanced themselves from Epstein during the depositions last week. Bill Clinton told lawmakers that he ended their relationship years before Epstein's 2008 guilty plea and says he saw no signs of any sex trafficking. Hillary Clinton said that she does not remember meeting Epstein at all. During her testimony, Hillary Clinton became heated after learning a photo of her testifying was leaked.
I'm done with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
We will go off the record.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
So I would like to understand how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was.
It doesn't matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah, well.
I would like to take a break at this moment.
Yeah,
I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation
for now.
The Clintons have not been accused of any wrongdoing. Illinois wants to become the second state with a Jeffrey Epstein commission that can investigate at a local level. If this bill passes, the group will get subpoena power and can then hand evidence to the Attorney General. The commission would dig into sex trafficking, bribery, corruption, and any Illinois ties to Epstein. They could pull records, take statements, and recommend charges. Survivors could also join in and get support. The Attorney General could call a grand jury if it comes to that.
To the survivors, you should not have had to fight this hard for justice. We are here because we stand with you and for you.
If justice remains a locked door in Washington, then let our state be the battering ram. Let Illinois lead the way. Other states will follow.
The bill goes to Springfield next week. If it passes, this commission could start digging into Epstein cases in Illinois by summer. For more than a month following the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, investigators say that they're still searching for answers. Savannah Guthrie and relatives were seen yesterday leaving flowers at a makeshift memorial outside of their mother's home in Tucson. Police believe that the 84-year-old was abducted. Despite multiple leads and Ring camera images showing a person outside the home, so far no suspects have been identified. The Guthrie family is offering a $1 million cash reward for any information. Time now 4:46, checking in with Caitlin. Looks like a couple of areas are going to be dealing with some rain this morning.
A little bit of light rain, yeah, coming down, and temperatures are in the 30s. So let's first start off with our satellite radar loop. I wanted to show you the regional view because we have this strip of green moving through Chicagoland. It is going to be light precipitation if you see it at all, and the best potential is going to be early this morning. And within the next 4 hours or so, I do expect dry skies with the chance for rain still in place throughout the day, but mostly south of the city. Talking about temperatures, though, right now we're sitting at 34 degrees at the lakefront, 36 at Midway and in Gary, 38 in Joliet. Freezing from Woodstock to 33 in Waukegan. Here's our futurecast, so let's show you what I'm talking about. As we head on into the afternoon, this is 4:15. Temperatures are in the upper 30s and low 40s. So highs today are going to be back to the low 40s, just like yesterday. And we have the chance for some rain, as mentioned before, mostly south of I-88, even more so south of I-80. So a little bit of rain is possible. Those of you north of the city, you could be dry through the rest of the day after this first round of rain moves out. Temperatures are going to be ranging in the 30s. By 7 o'clock, we're sitting around 37 degrees at the lakefront, so staying mild. Temperatures in the 40s tomorrow, but by the end of the week, we're talking about the 60s. I'll show you that on your full 7-day forecast ahead.
A Chicago couple is stuck in the Middle East as the airstrikes there continue. We'll show you what they're saying about their experience.
Every
A Chicago pastor and his wife are caught in the middle of a rapidly escalating war in the Middle East. The Rawlings landed in Dubai for a visit, and suddenly it was sirens, missiles, and airport closings. They're the founders of the Great Faith Revelation Church on the city's south side, and they traveled to Abu Dhabi for ministry work. They were sightseeing in Dubai when missiles were starting to be intercepted overhead. Their flight home was scheduled for Monday, but when they arrived at the airport, they were greeted by the military.
The building's empty, and pretty much you have to wait it out until something changes. And that's an emotional roller coaster. You know, 1 minute you're feeling okay, and then the next minute, you know, you're thinking about your children, and you know, you're starting to miss home.
For now, the Rawlings are waiting. Airspace has reopened, but they still don't know when they'll be able to return home. NIPSCO is now offering support to customers facing high utility bills. The company is waiving late fees and reconnection fees and pausing service disconnections due to non-payment and reducing reconnection deposits. Those measures will be in place through the end of the month. NIPSCO says it is also offering payment plans, budget billing, and income-eligible assistance programs year-round. Well, Amazon is getting ready to deliver packages by drone in the south suburbs. We're going to show you how it works.
Fox Local.
Well, the future of delivery is taking flight. Some South Suburban residents could soon be getting Amazon packages through their new drone service. Our Casey Cronus has the details.
Amazon is gearing up to launch the service out of Matson and Markham in a matter of months. We got to see what could soon be flying over your neighborhood. From the warehouse to your door without hitting the road, Amazon is bringing on-demand delivery to the skies.
We are able to operate in cold temperatures, in light precipitations, even light rain. Our wind limits are pretty robust.
The Prime aircraft weighs in at about 80 pounds. Community members got a first look today at the Tinley Park Convention Center where it was on display.
We have all the trucks coming in the neighborhood now every day, so this will be a little different, and it is pretty big, so it'll take a while to get used to it.
I think it's the wave of the future, and it's only going to get bigger and better. I like it. I think it's a good idea.
When the service goes live, residents who live within an 8-mile radius of the Markham and Matson Amazon distribution centers will be able to select the drone delivery option. There will be an extra fee of $4.99 for Prime members, and items will be delivered within 2 hours.
If you select it, then you will get basically an aerial image of your house, like a Google Earth look of your property. It'll have predetermined delivery points, and you can select which one. A lot of people prefer the backyard because it is safer, a lot more private, so people prefer that. Check out like normal Amazon order, and within 2 hours, you'll see this coming over your yard and dropping off your package for you.
The drone itself won't land, but will hover close to the ground and release your package. They'll only operate during daylight hours. The drones are fully autonomous, but will be monitored by an Amazon Prime Air team. There's no set launch date just yet, but expect the service to take flight this summer. Amazon says the cameras on the drones will be used solely for navigation and to help the drones avoid obstacles. There will be 12 drones stationed at each warehouse. Each drone can only deliver one package at a time, but the service is already launched in other cities, including Kansas City and in the Detroit area. Reporting in Tinley Park, Casey Cronus, Fox Chicago.
Caitlin, I'm so intrigued by this.
Right by where you grew up, you said, right?
Yeah. Less than 2 or 3 minutes from my childhood home, so I'm going to have to order something to the old home address just to see how this works.
That's so fun. The future is now.
Yes.
It's cloudy outside. We have a little bit of precipitation happening. So some scattered light rain coming down, especially north of the city now. But it is going to be, unfortunately, one of those days where we're fighting with the cloud cover throughout the day. Let's start off looking at the radar, though, to show you where the rain is falling. And by the way, Northwest Indiana, good news for you. It's already dry for those of you in Lake County. Very northern portions of Porter County, still the potential for a touch of precipitation. But if you take a look closer to Chicago, points north, as mentioned, that's where the rain is currently falling. So honing in on the radar, you can see, again, this is going to be just south of Michigan City, northeast of Portage. There's still a touch of that mixed precipitation along I-94 possible. Downtown, a little bit of drizzle, not out of the question. Some light rain coming down from O'Hare, stretching north to Algonquin, Crystal Lake. So this is going to be all the way up into McHenry County. You have some light rain. Temperatures now are ranging in the 30s, though, and highs today are back to the 40s this afternoon. Over the next 48 hours, you can see that slow climb. We don't have much of a difference in the temperatures this afternoon compared to where we are now, which is no surprise because it is so cloudy. As we hit that peak around 42 or 43 degrees, we then will start to drop back down into the 30s this evening. Tonight looks to be quiet with temperatures in the 30s, and then tomorrow afternoon we have the chance for a few rain showers around as temperatures are back to the 40s. That warming trend that I've been teasing about, here it is. 7-day forecast, 46 degrees expected on Thursday. Friday's high around 64, although we are going to have that potential for rain and even a few thunderstorms moving on into the end of the week especially. Saturday, 62 with a chance for some rain in the low 60s, holding on Sunday into Monday of next week. It's 4:57. We have so much more ahead. Stay with us.